Welcome, everyone. Today, we bring you another chilling true crime story. One that is real, disturbing, and impossible to forget. Every detail matters, and every moment leads closer to the truth. So stay connected with us till the end, because this story will change the way you see crime forever. April 12, 1987, dawned bright and ordinary in the bustling neighborhood of Jalan Tun Razak, Kuala Lumpur. 11-year-old Anggo Tien and his 9-year-old sister, Angme Hong, were on a small errand together. It was a simple pleasure, a morning visit to buy key lapis, the colorful layered steamed cake that Angme adored. It was her first time accompanying her brother on this errand. The streets hummed with life. Vendors were setting up stalls, neighbors exchanged greetings, and the smell of fresh pastries floated in the air. They arrived at their usual stall, only to find it closed. Determined not to disappoint his sister, Anggo suggested walking further to a nearby market. It was then that Anggo suddenly clutched his stomach, his face pale. "I'll be right back," he said. "Wait here for me." Angme nodded obediently, trusting her brother implicitly. 10 minutes later, Anggo returned, but Angme was gone. Panic gripped him. He searched the area, calling her name. Fear escalated as the minutes ticked by, and when he ran home to tell his parents, the nightmare had only just begun. Angme's parents, Ongan Hu and Yong Yukchin, immediately joined the frantic search. The neighborhood rallied, neighbors forming an impromptu search party. Every corner was checked, every alley scanned. After 3 torturous hours, the search led to a desolate, abandoned 3-story house barely 70 meters from their home. The building had long been rumored to attract drug addicts and petty criminals. Yong Yukchin, trembling, entered the house, and found her daughter's lifeless body. Angme lay in a pool of blood, her eyes open in a haunting stare. Her body bore signs of brutal assault, bite marks, bruises, and a wooden stick with nails driven through it. The horror was incomprehensible. Ongan rushed her to Kuala Lumpur General Hospital, but it was too late. The medical team confirmed that Angme Hong was dead. Police arrived, but the scene was already compromised by onlookers, likely destroying key evidence. Forensic examinations revealed the full extent of the horrors inflicted upon Angme. She had been strangled, raped, and sodomized. The wooden stick had caused internal injuries reaching her heart. Experts noted at least 8 distinct sets of bite marks, implying multiple assailants. A cruel twist emerged. Angme may have bitten one of her attackers in a desperate act of resistance. The attack was premeditated and vicious, carried out with a group intent on terror and destruction. Police theorized that the perpetrators might have been familiar with the abandoned house, possibly locals struggling with drug addiction. One witness description suggested a Chinese man who spoke Tamil, a detail that proved difficult to verify. The case became a national story. Families across Malaysia became fearful, reassessing their children's safety. Community rallies, charity events, and local protests demanded justice for Angme. Police acted swiftly, arresting 3 suspects within days, 2 drug addicts and a familiar local patron of the family's restaurant. Dental impressions were taken and compared to bite marks. But none matched. The investigation struggled against limitations. Forensic technology in 1987 lacked modern DNA analysis, and the crime scene contamination made it almost impossible to collect reliable evidence. The tragedy sparked widespread outrage. Citizens organized public rallies outside Sang Hu's restaurant, holding banners demanding justice for Angme Hong. Performances and stage plays were used to raise awareness about child safety and the dangers of sexual predators. Even religious rituals were performed by sympathetic locals in the hope of guiding justice. The government and media urged the public to provide tips and information, offering a reward that grew to 20,000 ringgit, approximate $8,000. Yet, no actionable leads emerged. In the weeks following the murder, the local newspaper received anonymous letters from a man claiming responsibility. Initially, the letters included chilling details only a perpetrator could know. He wrote of a group assaulting young girls and expressed vague remorse, offering bizarre conditions for surrender, including a demand for money to settle with his family. Later, the letters retracted these claims, leaving the public unsure if the writer was a cowardly accomplice or a disturbed individual seeking attention. Over the following months, over 40 men were questioned in connection with Angme Hong's murder. None were charged. Investigators struggled without forensic technology, witnesses, or reliable evidence. The case gradually went cold. The reward money remained untouched, eventually donated to local schools by Sang Hu, the father. Life went on, but the wound remained. The family endured further heartbreak. Just 16 months later, Angme's younger brother, Yoten, passed away at age 12 from liver disease. In less than 2 years, the family of 9 became a family of 7. Despite the passage of time, the police maintained an open case, but the trail grew colder. Updates dwindled, and the family learned to cope with their grief without justice. Years later, cases with eerily similar patterns emerged in Malaysia, sparking questions about a potential serial offender. However, without concrete evidence, no links could be proven. Criminal psychologists studying the case suggested the perpetrators likely had deviant psychological conditions or a revenge motive. Some may have lived decades without remorse, hiding in plain sight. More than 38 years after that April morning, the question remains: who killed Angme Hong? The perpetrators may be living among us, now in their 50s or 60s, with their identities still unknown. Modern forensic technology may one day reveal the truth, but until then, the case serves as a haunting reminder of innocence lost and the fragility of life. For her family, the memory of Angme Hong endures. She was obedient, bright, and full of life, a child whose existence was stolen too soon. And while justice has yet to be served, the world remembers her story.